Here is the one that I just climbed down, and over here is the one that Tommy's used 90 years ago. And what really smacks you between the eyes when you get to the bottom is the incredible state of preservation about everything here. Look at this black patch. That is candle burn from when this place was originally built. But of course, emptying the shaft is only stage one. Stage two starts down there.
The main body of the bunker itself, which is still full of water.
From the ground surface, 10.75 from the shaft head.
Okay. And so it will remain, at least for the next phase of the investigation.
Before we even set foot into the galleries and the tunnels below, we're going to put in a submersible with a camera on it to risk assess the unknown, so we can actually see before we go in what we're up against.
This submersible, known as an ROV, or remotely operated vehicle, is about to explore a structure that's been hidden for 90 years.
And she does it. Mind that. There we are. We're not trying to look for artifacts or anything like that. We're simply looking to gauge the integrity of the structure, how safe it is to go in.
There we go.
Because the water's cloudy, the ROV has been ballasted to float on the surface. But it'll still show Peter and Tony what they need to see.
And the roof for us is the most important piece, because that's the bit that's going to fall on.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the floor falling on your head. And that's very good at the moment, very good indeed. Better than we could have hoped for, really. And the amazing thing about this is it's not nailed together, it's not screwed together, it's not bolted together. They just fit it in such a way with specially made shoes and things, whereby the geophysical pressure around the gallery just clamps it in place.
Those timbers looking really good, Nick, considering how long they've been down there, aren't they?
But it's a little bit like the Mary Rose, isn't it, Tony? Is that the...
Find the longbows next.
It's got a nautical feel about it.
There's been a lack of oxygen down there, which has aided the preservation, which...
The preservation, that's astonishing, really, because the corrugated iron is how thick? Fractions of an inch thick. It's amazing condition. Look at the steel beam there. Perfect.
Where are we now, Tony?
Well, I'm guessing we're about 8 or 9 metres into the passage just under Ian's feet. So that's coming out over the other side of the tent. We could be under the side of the tent by now.
Tony, what are you expecting to see at the end?
Based on the drawings I've seen, a lot of them seem to be T-shapes. So I would kind of expect a gallery to come off on both sides at the end of this passage.
It doesn't look like there's anything on the left.
Turn it a little to the... No, there's a wall, isn't there?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
So
there's no left turn there.
So there's no left turn.
Is there a right turn?
Yeah, so we've turned right at the end of the gallery. And down there, if we've got infantry accommodation in the gallery we've just been in, will be individual chambers to left and right for the officers.
Have we come to the end here?
Oh, no, there's plenty more to go. Yeah, certainly we haven't seen any individual chambers yet. There's nowhere for the Brigadier General to sleep, and he'd be very, very annoyed if he turned up without a bedroom.
So you've checked the ceiling. What do you do next?
Well, I think that it looks sound enough to enter.
So the team begin to drain the remaining water from the dugout. This is a tense time. For the last 90 years, the water has protected Vampire from the pressure of the clay. Without it, the whole thing could collapse. This is the much vaunted Flanders mud, and you can see that the water is still gathering everywhere on the surface, even though it's been a very dry winter. And as you can see, it's a beautiful day today. And the reason there's so much water about is that 18 feet below here is a great band of solid blue clay that the water can't get through. So, why did the dugout get flooded? Well, if you put a shaft through the clay, then all the water pours straight in, which is why we've got this little homemade pond here where all the water that's being pumped out of the dugout comes in. This isn't excavation at all, really. This is more an exercise in water management.